Enemies too?
Sorry, yeah, true enemies, okay?
Okay.
So the true enemies are the government, discord, and mindset.
Okay.
And we came up with three wonderful solutions. These lovely people here, we came up with wonderful solutions. So the first one is for the government. We talked about the fact that the people are the power. The people are the power. So we talked about organizing, getting people together, following through, action in words, and we talked about learning about the culture. Then we stressed more on education. And under education, we talked about deprogramming, proper education, decolonizing of the mind. So it gets to a point whereby we need to decolonize the mind of the people to make them understand that they also have power. So we talked about change of mindsets. So all this came under education and also sharing the truth, because most times what we hear in schools and what we hear in the news are facts, but not the truth. You understand? So we need to learn the real truth, and it takes investing in yourself to really understand what the truth is. So secondly, for Discord, we came up with community unity, unity in community, unity in diversity. That's what we need. So in that case, we talked about accepting others' opinion. Like she shared here that if I come from a discord mentality, all I'm doing is pushing other people's ideas away and just accepting my own belief. But I have to unmask myself and come to a point whereby I listen to everybody. I listen to him, I listen to her, I listen to him, listen to her. Then by so doing, I get to understand how everybody thinks, and I could reach out to them in a much better way. So then under Discord, we also came up with sharing of ideas and coming with a solution. So we share ideas and we come up with a solution on how to implement those ideas. Then we talked about learning how to hear from one another. Learning how to hear from one another. Most times we want to just go out there and do our thing, and we don't calm down to listen to what other people have to say. So she made that point, and it's a very, very wonderful one. Then for the last one, mindset. So she talked about positive thoughts. So we have to instill positivity, the right mindset, in the minds of the people. Then we have to start thinking differently. Different thinking brings different living. So we have to start thinking differently. Then we talked about listening to everybody. So you have to listen to everybody to have different varieties of mindset. And once you have different varieties of mindset, then you can begin to implement a kind of skill set that will bring about the change that we need in the society. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. Then we talked about understanding everybody, race and religion. He brought up this point, understanding everybody, understanding their race, understanding their religion, getting to know where they're coming from. Because if you don't know where I'm coming from, you can't even change me, So you have to know where I'm coming from for you to be able to change me. So the last thing we talked about is invest in yourself. So read. And we talked about the fact that there's a difference between schooling and education. They're two different things. You can be schooled but not educated, So we talked about the fact that, most of what they feed us in school is junks. They feed it to be like they feed it with servitude mentality, slavery mentality. But you got to unmask yourself and get to a point whereby you get educated, you invest in yourself, you read voraciously, so you can become a solution that like the world is looking for. So these are the things we came up with for the three enemies that affect the village culture. Thank you. Mm-hmm.